Hola amigos, and welcome back to Potty Planet Entertainment. And in case you caught my last video, yes, I am recording this immediately after making it, and I did just change my hat and put this on over my shirt. I am not above doing that for a new thumbnail. Okay, I'm just not. But this is most anticipated of 2025. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, Chris, why are you talking about your most anticipated 2025 if you didn't even go over your list of best and worst in 2024? Well, let me explain. That video is going to take more time to make, and I can make this one right now. So I'm going to make it right now, and let's get started. Yay! 2025 movies. Let's go. Okay, at number 10, we have Star Trek Section 31. Now, here's the thing. This movie already came out and I already watched it. It's garbage. But it was on the list before we went into 2025, so I figured I might as well just keep it there. But that was one of my, well, I can't even say it was. It was just because, like, I heard it was bad. The trailers looked bad. But, of course, I was still hopeful. But yeah, Star Trek Section 31 is like the worst thing to ever happen to Star Trek. It's actually worse than Star Trek 5, and I don't even know how that's possible, but it is. Yeah, Star Trek Section 31, number 10. Yeah, bad movie. Just awful. I don't understand what they're doing to my beloved Star Trek. It's so bad. At number 9, we have Final Destination 6. Now, here's the thing. I've actually only ever seen the first Final Destination, but I own all 5. So maybe I'll see if I can watch them all before the new one. If not, I'm not really that worried about it. I think it'll just be fun to watch. So I'm looking forward to Final Destination 6. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We don't really know much about it, but I just feel like with modern filmmaking, it could be a lot of fun to watch. At number 8, we have The Black Phone 2. Now, The Black Phone was I think it was one of my honorable mentions. Either that or it made the list. I don't remember. But I definitely remember talking about it in my best movies of 2023 or 2022, whichever year that movie came out. So I'm looking forward to a second one. I hope it's not a prequel. I hope it's a sequel. But we'll see what happens. Maybe it will be a prequel so they can bring back Ethan Hawke. Because if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure he died at the end of that movie. But yeah, we'll see. But Black Phone was a great movie. So let's see how the second one turns out. At number 7, we have Jurassic World Rebirth. Yeah, this is going to be pretty low on my list because Jurassic World Dominion was terrible. I mean, just terrible. I hate that movie. I legit hate that movie. It is terrible. And Fallen Kingdom was okay. The first Jurassic World, I thought was pretty good, but definitely far from perfect. But yeah, just because of how awful. Just awful. I mean, Jurassic World Dominion was so bad. It was so bad. I hate that movie. I hate it. I think I've grown to resent it more since my review that I did for it. Like, I did that same thing with Wonder Woman 1984. I was really generous with that movie in my review. That movie is horrible. Yeah. Jurassic World Dominion, just awful. So my expectations have got to be low for this next one. At number 6, we have Captain America: New World Order. Now, I know I told y'all, like, I'm pretty sick of the MCU, and I am. I've never watched a single MCU show. I skipped, let's see, Eternals, Black Panther 2, Ant-Man 3, Captain Marvel 2. Yeah, the one with the trio of women. I didn't see that. I also didn't see Madam Web, which I actually wanted to, so I could do a rage review for it. But yeah, so I'm just kind of, other than Guardians of the Galaxy 3, it's just everything about the MCU sucks now. So I'm just kind of over it. But Harrison Ford's in this one. And seeing him go toe-to-toe with the new Captain America might be pretty cool. So we'll see how that goes. At number 5, we have 28 Years Later. Now, here's the thing. I've never actually seen 28 Weeks Later, but I have heard mostly good things about it. So I would definitely watch that before I go see this one. But 28 Days Later is a phenomenal film. Love that movie. I absolutely love that movie. So, and the trailers for this movie look really, really good. Like, I think this movie is going to kick butt. I'm so excited for it. At number 4, we have Superman. Dude, this Superman movie looks great. I mean, look, I loved Henry Cavill as Superman. I really did. But I'm going to really go into this one with an open mind. I'm really excited for it. And it's also supposedly not an origin movie, which is great because I don't want another origin movie. So yeah, I'm super. The only thing about the trailer that I kind of felt mixed on was the giant monster. I don't really know if I want a giant monster in this movie, but everything else about it looks great. I'm really excited for this new Superman movie. I cannot wait. At number 3, we have Avatar 3. I think it's going to be called Avatar Fire and Ash. Look, Avatar 1, it's not one of my all-time favorites, but it's a really good movie. Avatar 2, love it. I think it's even. I think it's a slight improvement over the first one. Really good movie. Like I like Avatar. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I do like Avatar. Yes, I do wish the movies had maybe like a little bit more complex plots and were a little bit more of a thinking man's type movies rather than just straight up crowd pleasers. Crowd pleasers. I agree with some of the criticisms toward those movies, but definitely not all of them. I like me some Avatar, and I've gotten to see them both in theaters in 3D. Just magical, dude. So I'm really excited for Avatar Fire and Ash. At number 2, this one I think is going to come as quite a surprise. But my number 2 is Shelby Oaks. Now, I think I've talked about the director of this movie on my channel a little bit before, but Chris Stuckman is one of my favorite YouTubers. And him and John Flickinger, and some other people too, but those two mainly were my inspiration to start YouTube, because I would watch those guys all the time and I thought, man, like, I don't have anyone to talk to about movies really, so I could talk to a camera. So I decided to just give it a shot myself and put my own twist on it. I came up with my own rating system, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do this YouTube thing, talk about movies, and do it my way, and see how that turns out. And I've been doing it for about 4.5 years now. So I donated to the Kickstarter fund for this, so that means I should be having like a Blu-ray and some other goodies coming in the mail eventually. I've moved, but thankfully my parents still live there, so they'll get the package for me whenever that does show up. But yeah, I'm excited to see what he does for his first movie, and I really sincerely hope that this just is a career for the guy, because it's a guy who's inspired me a lot. Shout out to you, Chris Stuckman, and I'm really looking forward to watching his movie. And it's based on a true story, so that'll be pretty cool. At number 1, what else would my number 1 be? Of course, it is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Guys, Mission Impossible, where is it? This movie, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, is one of my, now, ever since it came out about a year ago, 2 years ago, this is one of my favorite action movies of all time. I mean, this one, in my opinion, I know a lot of people say Fallout, and that's cool, but for me, this is the best one in the franchise. I went to go see it twice. I've watched it at home one time since then. I love it. I mean, this movie is just so freaking good. Like, everything about this movie worked for me. Everything. And I am excited beyond belief for the final entry of this franchise. I'm sad that it's coming to an end, but we've gotten 8 of them. Like, I can't really complain. It's kind of like Harry Potter. You can't really complain that Harry Potter ended. You got 8 of those movies, right? Was there 7 or 8 of them? I think there was 8. Like, yeah, there was 8. So I'm so excited for the 8th installment of Mission Impossible. Oh my gosh, guys. Like, the teaser trailer didn't show a whole lot, but it showed enough to get me excited. I cannot wait for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. I legit am considering using a vacation day at work just so I can go see it on opening day. Like, I'm so excited, guys. So excited. And I'm not going to stop thinking about this movie until I watch it. I'm so hyped. Like, this was a 10 out of 10. Fallout was a 10 out of 10. I have every expectation that Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning will also be a 10 out of 10, but I will settle for a 9. I won't settle for an 8 like I did with Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, but I will settle for a 9. Like, this movie had better be amazing, and I think it will. I think it will. I have no reason to believe that Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning won't be a great film, and every reason in the world to believe that it's going to be absolutely amazing. Tom Cruise, mwah, you are an inspiration to me. I love that guy. Gosh, he makes such good movies. And I'm also excited for that movie that he's going to be filming in space. That's not coming this year, I'm pretty sure, but I'm excited for that. I can't wait for it. Just give me more Tom Cruise, Hollywood. That's what I need. Just give me more Tom Cruise, please. Just give me as much Tom Cruise as you possibly can give me. That would be great. I'm excited for this year. Last year was an okay year for movies. We got a few bangers. We did, but for the most part, 2024 was definitely a drop off from 2023. So let's see how 2025 goes. But it's not going good so far with Star Trek Section 31. My God, what do you people do? Look, can I rant about that movie real quick? Look, Star Trek Section 31 is everything that Star Trek should not be. If you watch my 3-minute reaction to it, go check that out. I ripped this movie a new butthole. But Star Trek Section 31 is everything that Star Trek should not be, right? I don't mind a dark and seedy Star Trek. I really don't. I actually welcome it, as long as it's not on Earth, because on Earth it's supposed to be like racism and crime or, like gone. But on other planets, they probably haven't done that, right? So let's see the dark and seediness in other places of the universe, which that's what this movie does, but they just did it so bad. Like, why is Michelle Yeoh eating eyeballs? Why? Nothing about the movie worked. It sucked. So, yeah. I hated it. It's awful. But hopefully, I really would legit welcome another Chris Pine Star Trek movie from the Kelvin timeline, which this movie actually is in the Kelvin timeline. But why this? Like, let's get a fourth one and bring back those guys, because I like those guys. That was a good cast. I know a lot of Star Trek fans don't like those movies. I personally do. So I would love to see another one. But yeah, that Star Trek Section 31 is going to be the movie to beat for worst movie of 2025. It's going to be the one to beat. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, I'm done. Thank you for watching. Yay! 2 videos in 2 days? What? Chris, look at you. Give yourself a pat on the back. I know, right? Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, and more content coming whenever. I don't know. But thank you for watching and much love.